Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed and you are not a part of the Flavor Crew, which is my subscribers, it's the name I gave my subscribers, my beloved subbies, my adoring fans, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, of course, before you leave today, before you leave this video. And also you can add me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and make sure you thumbs up the video, share it, of course, on any of your social media platforms. I do appreciate the love. Okay, so let's get back. Let's get right into it. I'm so happy to be back. I haven't. I think it's only been a week, maybe a little more than a week. So hopefully I haven't been gone too long, but I'm back. So I'm happy to be back in front of the camera. Okay. Okay, so today I want to talk about basically the past 30 days. So the whole month of August, I was in a Bible study group. I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous video to you guys that I did. I was doing a Bible study group with a friend of mine, and it was me, her best friend, and her fiance. So we all decided we were going to do a Bible study group, and basically we just read the whole chapter of Proverbs in the Bible. So we read the whole chapter because Proverbs has 31 chapters. For those of you who don't know, Proverbs has 31 chapters. We said, oh, that's fantastic because August has 31 days. So we said one chapter each day. So we read one chapter of Proverbs each day, and we also fasted during this process. Now, fasting was something that I didn't grow up doing. I'm a religious person. I grew up, the granddaughter of a preacher. So, of course, a very religious family. So I grew up with all the normal practices of a Christian household. However, fasting was never one of them. I know, right? Some of you may look at me kind of strange if you did fast in your whole life. So maybe you look at me like, well, you never fast. No, we didn't. Okay. I don't know. We just never fasted. Like, fasting was something I had heard of. Prayer, yes. Fasting, no. It's just not something that I practiced. I wasn't very familiar with fasting. I don't think I even understood it until my friend, Nakia, she explained it to me. Hey girl, she watched this video later, but she explained it a little bit more to me, and so I kind of had a better grasp of it. And so we decided, okay, let's do this. So we had to do this. We're women of God. We want to be closer to God. We want to build our lives up to be even better and get the best out of life and get the best out of God because He has the best for us. And so we thought it was a very important thing to do. I'm so glad we did it. So the 30 days of reading Proverbs. Okay, so the fast, basically we decided we give up something. So she gave up sugary food. So she did the no sugar. She basically drank water. So she couldn't drink any like pop or juice or anything that was really sugary. Maybe tea here and there, but even that she was just really water, strictly water. And she doing superb. She had an app downloaded on her phone, a water app, just to make sure she was getting her recommended amounts, of water, and she was on it. I was so proud of her. Like we'd be at work and she's like, "You gonna give me some water?" I'm like, "Yes, of course." If I'll be on break, I'll go run and get her some water, just to refill, and it was just awesome, just seeing her do her thing and she checking on me too. Like my thing that I gave up caffeine. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I love caffeine, so caffeine was hard for me to give up. And it was so funny because I tried to get out of it. Like the first night that we were supposed to do it, right? I was like, maybe I'll give up fries instead. I texted her, right? And she was like, no, LOL. She was like, you don't even eat fries like that. She's like, no, stick with the caffeine. Why you switching? I'm like, okay, I'll stay with the caffeine. So it was that hard for me. I tried to wiggle my way out of it because I wasn't ready. I didn't know if I could do it. And I was like, okay, it's something, this voice inside of me, probably was God speaking to me like, stick with the caffeine. You need to do the caffeine, trust me. So I stuck with the caffeine, and it was hard, especially the first few days. In my mind, I kept thinking, how am I going to make it through my shifts at work if I'm not, all caffeined up, I'm like, I gotta have something to keep me awake, keep me alive, But by the grace of God, I made it, okay? I didn't think I could do it. I'm like, I'm never going to make it. I'm going to fall on the desk. Like, I'm just going to fall. And also, I use caffeine to deal with, like, stress in life and different things I deal with. Like, that's something I run to. Seriously, I know I've never told you guys this, but that's something I run to relieve stress and to deal with people. And it's probably not good because that means it's probably becoming a crutch so that I run to. And God knows that. My mom knows that, like, it's something I run to. I gotta have my coffee. And it was crazy. So it was really hard on the first few days. I was feeding that coffee so bad. I'm at home, right? And so we have some pop at home. My mom drinks a lot of pop. She drinks more pop than I do. So I go in the refrigerator and I see the pop or whatever. And I wasn't paying much mind. But as soon as I close the door, all of a sudden I get this like taste in my mouth. And I'm like, God, I could have that pop right now. And I got this voice in my mind like, come on, Lisa, it's just one pop. That's the devil talking to you. Like, yeah, that one pop, it's not a big deal. Come on, just go ahead. You know you want that pop. Go ahead and do that pop. Because it got that caffeine and you want that caffeine so bad. I was craving it so bad. It was bananas, But I'm glad that I did not give into that temptation. I said, my water will do. Okay, like my water I do for tonight. I'm good on that. Like I don't really need that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there at all. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let that. I'm not gonna let that worry me. I'm not gonna let that get me in trouble. So I managed to get through my whole 30 days caffeine free. I did have decaf on some days, but yeah. And I actually found, I discovered a lot about me throughout the 30 days. The decaf actually works better for me because the caffeine can cause agitation, depression, and I think that actually was making me worse, and I thought it was making me better. So decaf, it has calmed me down. I'm just much more calmer, more zen, I'm happier. My mom's like, you're much happier now and calmer, you're less agitated. Because I would complain about my job all the time. I was always coming in like just kind of bitching and moaning and always like, there's a lot of irritation and aggravation all the time. And so now I'm like, so I'm loving it actually. I love the new me, I'm just a new person. And so I learned so much other than just being caffeine free. It was just wonderful, just dealing with God and getting closer to Him. And I really, I guess I didn't realize my relationship, maybe months ago, I didn't realize my relationship with Him needed to be stronger. I didn't. Like a year ago, months ago, I was like, as far as reading my Bible, I was a sometimey Bible reader, like a lot of us are, right? We don't read that Bible like that. We're like, I know I need to read that Bible. I gotta go do my laundry. I gotta go to the store. I gotta, whatever. You can find many things to do. To read the Bible. Like, you like, nah, yeah, okay, whatever. That's how we are, right? Let's just be real. And I was like, I really need to stop, So, now before we did the Bible study, I had already started my own little Bible study with myself and me and Jesus, I'd already started kind of reading the Bible anyway, a little bit more. So this was just more reinforcement. It was good for me. So I'd already started. So, it was just wonderful, being able to just kind of read His word and get into it and kind of sit with Him, and I'm learning to hear His voice because I had so much trouble hearing God's voice, like when He would speak to me, and I wanted to hear it so badly, and I felt like I think a lot of times he's always speaking, but a lot of times we don't hear because we have our heads are so cluttered with other stuff from the day and other things we're stressed with, so it's kind of hard. You have maybe Satan's voice, you have your own voice that you're dealing with, you have so many other voices in your head, so you have to kind of keep the mind from racing and kind of settle down so you're able to hear Him. And you need all quiet because, it's a still small voice. It's not going to be anything loud. It's not going to be a big bang. We look for that big thing and we think that's going to be God's voice. I'm like, not really. It's more of a still small voice that's deep inside of you, and that's going to be His voice. So you have to be quiet, and sometimes you have to get still, get to a quiet place, in order to hear Him. And over time, you will learn to hear Him, no matter what's going on around you. It can be a whole lot of muck and noise and craziness, but you're going to learn how to hear Him. So I was able to do that, and it was just beautiful. I also started meditating. Meditating wasn't a part of our thing. We were just doing prayer and fasting. Meditating was something I took on my own. I just started meditating, which is another thing I never did. Heard of it, thought about it, didn't do it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something new. So it just came to me one day like, you should meditate. Probably was him telling me. I didn't recognize the voice then. I do now. He probably put that idea in my head. Like, you probably should meditate. Because that way me and him can have a one-on-one conversation. Because prayer is just us talking to him, but then meditating is actually him answering you. So you can actually have, like, just like I'm talking to my mom or talking to a friend, and you getting direct answers because you're having a conversation. That's you having a conversation with God, and He's actually responding to you. You can actually over time, not at first, but you learn to hear the responses. Back you can get answers. So it's awesome. And even if he wasn't to respond right in that moment, or you would get some kind of clue or sign, or it all will make sense. He always answers. So it's just been wonderful, and I've been able to learn. I've been learning to hear his voice so much better, and it's getting a lot easier for me. And the meditation is just a beautiful process. So usually I will meditate in my room or in the living room, just in a quiet space in my house. I'll meditate usually before I go to work, because I have enough time in between my two jobs where I can do it before I go to work. On my off days, I love it. Like today I was off, so I worked in my house. I worked downstairs. I came upstairs, and now I was able to, have the rest of the day off, so I can meditate. I can take my time. I don't have to rush or anything like that. So I usually meditate for about maybe anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. The longest I've meditated is about 20 minutes, but usually 10 to 15 does it for me. So I usually start off by just kind of sitting down. You can do the I think it's called the locust position, where the legs are kind of bending. Yeah, you can do that, but you don't have to. You can just sit in a chair. Just sit whatever's comfortable for you, because you don't want to be in an uncomfortable position where you're moving around a lot. And just breathe in. I just take a few deep breaths and just clear your head, because you gotta get your head, all those thoughts, to just shut off so you be able to actually talk to him. And I just imagine I'm somewhere quiet and peaceful, like on a beach in the middle of nowhere. There's ocean water kind of spraying. You have the ocean. I don't know if you all have been near like some. Well, we've all been near water before, but you ever had it like kind of spray a little bit on you? It's really nice and soothing. So I imagine that feeling, and that way I'm calm. So it's just been wonderful. I've also noticed that I feel better about me, as far as like my self-esteem has gotten higher. Like, I'm not saying I didn't think I was beautiful or pretty or worth anything beforehand, but now I feel even more worth it. It's like, I think when you kind of get inside of God, and you start to see yourself how He sees you. And so when you see yourself how He sees you, then you see your true beauty. A lot of times we doubt how beautiful we are. Because we all try to fit into somebody else's standards in the world, and that's not who you are. It's not, your beauty it's more worth more than what the world says it is. It's really what God says it is. So when you start to, and you are beautiful, because He made you, and you're perfect, and you're already beautifully and wonderfully made already, just without makeup, without hair extension, without eyelashes and whatever else you want to put upon you. You're already fine before that. So that's important for us to know. So for me, I actually feel more beautiful. Like, I seriously do. Like, I do. Like, I'll go out some days without makeup on, and I'm like, I used to feel the pressure to put it on. My mom, she's like, she loves makeup, so she always on me about putting on makeup. And like, I go out sometimes with just lip gloss on or lipstick or whatever. I don't feel that pressure like I used to. I'm a work in progress still. But I will go out sometimes. I'm just naturally me. But I feel way more beautiful now. I'm like, I look different to myself now. I'm like, wow. So I'm seeing something I didn't see before. So it's just been an awesome progress for me. So I'm seeing things in a different light in general in my life. I'm feeling better about me. I'm feeling more worthy, more beautiful. Yeah. I'm breathing a lot easier now. So yeah. I'm more calm, more content. So yeah. But I just want to come here and just quickly tell you all how my process went for my 30 days. It was just splendiferous, fantastic. So, I do encourage you all to try something like that. Just go 30 days. It could be 10 days, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 14 days. Yeah, yeah, 2 weeks, 14 days. If you want to start slow, but yeah, I would definitely challenge you to try it out. 30 days, you could pick a chapter of the Bible. It could be Proverbs if you never really read Proverbs before, you only read bits and pieces of it. Proverbs is a perfect chapter to start off with if you want to do it for a month because it has 31 chapters in it, and most months are 31 days. So Proverbs is cool. You can pick any chapter you want. You can kind of mix them up. You could do Proverbs plus this. You could do if you want to do First Corinthians plus Philippians plus whatever you want to mix it with, Deuteronomy or whatever. You can just kind of splice them up or however you want to do it. You could just be real sporadic, real random with it. It's all good for you. It can only be working towards your good, right? So yeah. All right. Well, you guys, I'm going to get out of here tonight. And I want you all to have a blessed night, and I'll be back with another video. Make sure you thumbs up, share, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I will see you guys later. Bye.